What's up, everyone? Welcome to today's video. Welcome to the Video Game Fight School channel. Thank you very much for tuning in. Shout out to all of you who watched my last video. Thank you very much for your comments. Some of you pointed out that there was a little bit of a static signal on my microphone. I'm trying to narrow it down. I don't know exactly what is going on. I've checked all my connections, so if you hear it again, please let me know in the comment section, but I'm hoping that you won't need to hear it again because I checked all the connections and everything should be solid. However, we're talking today about N.D.As and Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. I cannot talk about, the game, the alpha test that, was open this weekend because we signed an N.D.A. However, what I have seen is people are saying, based on what they played, and they can't say anything about it. Many of these people are being respectful to the N.D.A. that they signed. They say that they are changing their minds in favor of the game. I think, at least I know I can say that, because somebody else said it about their own experience. In my own experience, you're not going to get anything from me. You already knew my perspective if you've been watching my videos before the game even, became a reality or we even got our hands to play the game. And if you want to know what that perspective is, I can revise it for you. I'm looking forward to see what Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League is going to offer. It is a game that I'm going to play. Hopefully, God willing, nothing goes crazy and we have a release date on schedule. That's been my position since we saw the game. And so if you were wondering, if anything has changed anything, it hasn't. There's a game with Batman in it. I'm going to be playing it, right? That's how we usually distill the whole thing. But it is very important to showcase this because initially, a lot of these folk who are saying this also prefaced their positions, and I've seen multiple in comments in my videos and even on Twitter. They said, we can't say anything about this N.D.A., but when we first saw this game, at the onset of its unveiling, we kind of thought the game looked bad. We just didn't know what to expect, and I can understand there's a lot of uncertainty. This was at the height of Avengers downfall, and I know I just juxtaposed those two places, but it is what it is. Avengers was going through this whole craziness from when it launched, and then by 2020 the game was disappearing into oblivion. There were attempts to resuscitate the game, just did not necessarily seem to catch a lot of people. And the honest truth is, superhero games are quite niche. Many people don't seem to believe that, but they really are. I think the sales success of Marvel's Spider-Man has kind of blinded people from that reality, because I know that Marvel Spider-Man 2 is not going to do the numbers that Marvel Spider-Man 2018 did. It's not going to do it. The circumstances are not the same anymore. And so that's why it's not going to do it. And, you need a perfect set of circumstances to align for you to be able to get those numbers, like 33 million copies or so sold. You're not going to see with Spider-Man 2 because superhero games are a niche game. If you look at, say, Cyberpunk 2077, it's gotten a resurrection because it's an RPG. RPGs just have a wider appeal. It doesn't matter what kind of RPG it is. So seeing Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, having to go through a lot of that, you really have to kind of go ahead and say it's nice that they brought this alpha out because now people are getting a better perception of what the game is. What I would hope is they open up an open beta, which I actually kind of bank on that they're going to do in the future, because this is going to actually bring in more people now, where nobody has to worry about receiving a sign-up code or whatever it is, right? And now people in general now have the opportunity to take, a look at the game, play a portion of the game and say, okay, yes, we've now made up our mind based on these elements that this is how we're going to approach the game. And I'm sure seeing as many people are coming, to warm up to the game after the alpha test, I can almost, assure you that we're going to see more people warm up after the beta. May not be, everybody, not saying everybody's mind is going to be converted like Brainiac plugged something into your head. But at the end of the day, we're going to see those, those same behavior changes and those same perception changes as time goes on, which is pretty cool. I remember when a lot of people were telling me that, Suicide Squad was going to be better than Gotham Knights. And I kept laughing because I was like, guys, they're different video games. Gotham Knights is such a different video game from Suicide Squad, as Suicide Squad is a different game from the Arkham games. They are all in different categories. They all are, in a sense, channeled to appeal to a different audience. I think with Gotham Knights' case, its audience was, an audience that was looking forward to, say, something like the Arkham games. But that game is degrees separated from Arkham by many, many, many factors, if you get what I mean. And once many people started playing Gotham Knights, they kind of warmed up to the game as well. They were like, well, Game's not so bad once they got the game on sale, because for the most part, everybody told them, oh, the game has live service elements. I know these, all these reviewers, the game doesn't do this well. The combat is this. Only for us to sit here and start dissecting that a lot of these big reviewers don't know what the heck they're talking about. But it's good. I like the way 2022 and 2023 has changed the whole game and brought back perception of what the gamer thinks about the game back to the player's hands. So award ceremonies and reviews and, articles and so on and so forth, they've now become the back burner. And now the true person that judges the game is now recognized, because the gamer's always been, the person who actually made or break the game. It's not necessarily been only the reviewers, but the reviewers just seem to have had a platform. And, now people can just form an opinion on their own, because most reviewers don't like specific kinds of games. Most reviewers that have the big, platforms, they prefer these, specific experiences. So when they try to switch out, it doesn't really favor them in a sense, right? It's like asking a big YouTuber to do a Street Fighter review. Street Fighter is a niche game. Mortal Kombat is a niche game. So it's not necessarily the easiest, for one person who's running a review channel to be able to kind of switch their minds like that, if you get what I mean. Now, other agencies like IGN may have people within their ranks who like specific games. And so we'll see if they can find somebody who likes, live service games like Destiny or The Division to review Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League in order to give the game a fair shake. However, with all this said, I'm interested to, continue to see how people are approaching the game. I'm hoping that Rocksteady is, planning or has something scheduled, which is an open beta, to be able to get people into the ecosystem and test it out for themselves. Because, that's their biggest marketing tool right now. They shouldn't even bother spending a dime on ads. They just need to buy more servers. If they think about ad spend, just go buy more blades. That's where I think your money would be better spent. But hey, nobody asked me. Thanks for watching the video. I appreciate you guys' time and audience, and hopefully we'll talk pretty soon in another one. Peace out.